So this is a short little, it's actually 3 different clips. So this was like how I started off my morning, and each of these clips are people that have done a number of sessions or are students of some of my classes. And so it's just adding some additional refinements to their spiritual tool use, their meditation techniques, so things like that. Okay, so enjoy. Yeah. And place it over the sacrum, which is located right above and in between both hips on your back.
Okay.
There you go. And now if you can, well, you can tell us if you start feeling any sensations there yet.
Like a warm feeling going down.
Okay, and let your consciousness...
Like almost like a hot flush.
Good. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Now, let that hot flash sink lower and lower and right underneath your hand and into that cave where the gold of the knowledge of the different lives has been stored. And just leave it there for just a minute.
Okay.
Allow your awareness to go into that part of your back. Now, what we want to work with your feet for just a moment, and just to hold on, and then we're going to explain and show you something. Okay. Now, place your hand. Now, we're going to try to help you go deeper into that place, that hidden cave in the sacrum. Now, what are you experiencing in the low back now? Good.
Warm, warm.
Yes. Yes. That's
I'm fight with my pain.
wow. It's like we would consider offering as an idea that when you meditate, instead of focusing on the brow chakra, that you would actually meditate on that base chakra. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big scary place down there, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's full of silence. Beach every morning. And we want to tell you a little awareness. We're going to call this an awareness run, okay? Is if you were to jog, even if you're slow right now, and if you look forward and fix your gaze, or fix where your eyes focus, right on the horizon, and then let the gaze slightly unfocus, and down underneath the bottom part of the gaze, you'll be able to dodge rocks or broken shells or whatever, or, things that might have washed up on the beach. But you want to keep your eyes focused right on the horizon, and as you run and have your gaze there, then you can actually make a prayer. May I find my vision. May I find where I need to go. Help pull me there. Help me find the strength. And in a couple of weeks, you're going to be running miles again, because you'll enter into a little trance. So these 2 meditations, along with Hatha, will cause in a few weeks for the Kundalini to become roaring out from a different place, deeper, lower in the chakra system. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you do this, you'll be astonished at the results, and you'll probably want to, and your lover might appreciate it too, because this is going to revitalize your youth. Thing to help you come into is where just sort of facts about the self with no excuses.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and it's different than many of the ideas people have about spiritual growth. It's more like it's a combined wisdom school about what's real, what's fact, what can I do to help, what can I not do to be involved. You understand, with other people.
Yes.
So, and then walk up into where the altar, okay? And even if you don't consciously understand that you're burning a mistake or burning a tendency to feel guilty or not learning a practice yet, okay? The repetition of it with the focus of the intent of moving forward, growing, finding out what might be in the way of your path. By the repetition of this opens a spiral pathway in your own energy body that allows mistakes of the imbalances of the lower chakras to come into the fire of the mind, where you can understand them and shrug them off and say, okay, I understand. Okay, I see more clearly that in the past I might have been complicit in tripping myself up. Do you understand?
Yes.
And it's much more gentle. Oftentimes with people, if you try to do this only with the conscious mind, it'll be too selective. It won't go, and so it's a very private, self-revelatory way that ends with saying, I'd like some assistance to overcome this difficulty, and by placing it on the altar. And it purifies your thinking, it purifies your mind as you practice it, particularly over time. And that get like stuck is there's something about themselves they don't understand, and then but it also has to be consciously understood and reprogrammed. And so there's like 3 different steps there, and the third step is then to go, oh, it's just me, and come back into your regular dance. Oh, there was a part of myself I really didn't get it. Now I see it a little bit more clearly. Oh, I'd like, yeah, and it becomes very efficient as it's practiced over time. And taking that technique, which is a spiritual conscious, unconscious cleansing mastery that can lead to eventual mastery, taking that and also doing your digital thermometer temperature biofeedback through doing little guided relaxations, is that those two married together, see, the one clears up the unconscious, the other makes the unconscious gifts more available to the conscious mind as a training. Then it's 3 different parts. It's the body, mind, and spirit being trained for the same purpose, the same intent. And we spoke with you many times about that you're actually coming to comprehend that this has been a fault, a problem, a delay, a difficulty, and mastering it will allow you to build a practice where okay, here we go. Is for quite some time we've been kind of babysitting you, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you several assignments. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, are you ready?
I am.
So we went ahead and had what will be considered a private discussion with this student about 5 or 6 various what we call the basic tools of awareness of the spiritual life, the spiritual path, and just sort of arranging how she can actually begin using these and the impact of these. And this recording here is being made about a month after the one that we're posting here. And now, after about a year and a half of training, she's now integrating the use of all of these very appropriately. Yeah. And that's really all I want to share on this particular snippet